Well, welcome if you've just joined us for tonight's Spireites Quiz. Who needs the three lions, or just have them in the background while you're playing the quiz? I'll get in an early thanks to Phil Tooley once again for providing the questions, which have a Tom, Dick and Harry theme tonight. So multiple choice as usual. Against the clock, so the quicker you answer, the more points you stand to gain. And 34057 is the pin code. And then you press the finger at the top of your virtual keypad. Interesting to see how many will get playing tonight in the face of competition from the England v Poland match taking place. 13 on board so far. We'll give people plenty of time to sign in. 34057 is the pin code. And press the finger at the top of your virtual keypad. Tom, Dick and Harry. All questions based on Tom, Dick and Harry. Just while we're waiting, just to tell you about the Easter Sunday takeaway meal. So you see on the screen there, collection time between 12 and 4 p.m. 2 courses, $16.95, $4.95 to add on a third. Also a surcharge for the lamb option. You need to email your booking to events@chesterfield-fc.co.uk by 5 p.m. on Friday. So Tat and the team there doing some excellent work during lockdown, providing some superb meals. The feedback has been excellent, so please do treat yourself to Sunday lunch courtesy of the Technique Stadium. Back to the quiz. 34057 is the pin code. And then don't forget to press the finger at the top of your virtual keypad. I've noticed it does say the wrong start time on the YouTube channel, 5 o'clock. I think that was the same time that was from the Spireites Quiz. That is usually, of course, 5 p.m. on a Sunday, but 8 p.m. on a Wednesday is the Spireites Quiz time, but shows you on the graphic as well. So, PK, the winner last week. Can PK make it back-to-back wins? Reggie for POTY was leading right until the last couple of questions. Just checking the live chat on YouTube. Phil saying he's got his Easter meals ordered. And reminding everybody that Harry is Loz's brother. Yeah, I think in every live stream shown this season, it's compulsory to point out that Lawrence Maguire is indeed Harry's brother. So let's reverse that and get people talking about Harry being Lawrence's brother. So, yeah, your chances of winning could be greatly improved. Only 22 on so far. And we have the Wheel of Fortune at the halfway stage, the top 20 in that. So at the moment, most of the people would qualify for the Wheel of Fortune, which would enable them to win a signed program. So we've got some signed programs. If you've got any particular player who you'd like to sign it, alternatively I've got some Spireites small notebooks, so if you want a notebook instead of a program, you can choose that, but got to win it first. So we'll have that Wheel of Fortune to pick somebody at random at the halfway stage, the top 20. So as it stands, 24 have logged in, so most of the people would qualify for the Wheel of Fortune. So probably about half the usual amount. Usually have around 50 odd taking part, so 25 tonight. So How's your week been so far today? Beautiful weather today, and pleased to say that I made my return on the golf course this afternoon. Don't ask me how I played, but played at Bondhay, and if anybody is playing there in the next day or so, if you go to the water hazard, the first one on the 18th, if you're familiar with Bondhay, and you find a Callaway golf ball in the water, then that most likely is mine. So yeah, if you can return that, please. It's a much treasured ball that went into the water on the last hole. It's just great to be out there in this weather. Superb. Of course, it'll revert to type and be very cold, I'm told, in the next few days. So we have to take advantage of the weather when it's good. So 34057 is the pin code, and then press the finger, of course, on the top of your virtual keypad. If you've not played before, I imagine that most will be regulars, but those who haven't played, it's against the clock, multiple choice. Once you've made your option, there's no turning back. Can't actually change your answer. You can press your virtual keypad as many times as you want, but no changing your mind. So your first answer is final. And also a change tonight is that we've reduced the time from 40 seconds per question down to 30. So you have to be a little quicker off the mark this time. So, all looking good so far. 35, which is a decent turnout given the competition from the Three Lions. England playing Poland tonight. Can we get up to 40? It would be nice if we can. Is there anybody else in your household who wants to play? Get them playing tonight. 34057. It's gradually creeping up. Reminder, while we're waiting for people to log in, about our fun family quiz at 5 PM on Sunday. Multiple choice. And also, going to be announcing soon, back tomorrow, hosting a charity quiz, a comedy quiz as well. Same format, but it'll be over Zoom. It will be hosted by a comedy legend. So if you do enjoy playing the quizzes, there will be an opportunity to take part in a comedy keypad quiz via Zoom. I'll be at the end of the month, end of April, and there will be a chance to win some great prizes, including a stay for it's either 2 or 3 nights worth about £500 in North Yorkshire. That'll go to the winner. All the details will be revealed. We'll also have some good second and third prizes and a Wheel of Fortune as well. So there will be some substantial prizes to win, and it will be going to a new charity. All the money raised from that, as well as the awareness, which is as important as anything else. So all will be revealed tomorrow, so keep your eye out for that, and any support you're able to offer would be very much appreciated. So if you like comedy, then you'll enjoy this. It's comedy through the ages and hosted by a comedy legend. We are at the 40 mark, which is good to see. We're a bit down on numbers, but it was to be expected given the competition from England-Poland. Over 40 now, 34057. And then press the finger on your virtual keypad, and that will see you registered for tonight's quiz. Also, a reminder to make sure that the stream on your YouTube that you're watching, that's right to the end. So drag the bar, the bottom of the screen, right to the end so that you're not lagging behind and losing some precious seconds. Also, just check your connection. I often now get into the habit of rebooting my Wi-Fi, my router. You can do a hard reset by putting a pin or I use a paper clip into the hole at the back of the router. That's a hard reset, or a soft reset is just turning it off and on again. But you will find that will improve your stream. So, or your connection at least, which then has a knock-on effect of improving your stream. So, worth looking at that. Using a second device, of course, to use as a virtual keypad. Pin code 34057, and then press the finger at the top of your virtual keypad to make sure that you're logged in. We'll get underway in a couple of minutes' time. We're at 6 minutes past 8 now. Can we creep up to that 50 mark? We're at 45. Who knows, in the next couple of minutes, whether we can get up to that. 34057. And then press the finger at the top of your virtual keypad. So 34057 is on the screen. And don't forget to press the finger at the top. So we're virtually ready to get underway. And it's a Tom, Dick and Harry theme tonight. All the questions once again set by Phil Tooley. Thanks again, as always, Phil, for your valued help and support with the quizzes. I know we both enjoy putting them together and delivering them. We have done through most of lockdown. Who knows, once lockdown is over, may well be that we look at doing, say, a monthly quiz. As people start going out to the pubs and restaurants and the numbers drop significantly, and also could look at some live ones at the stadium. So the numbers have slowed down, but a very creditable figure to get 45. So final call, then we'll get underway with tonight's quiz. 34057, and then press the finger at the top of your virtual keypad. Let's get underway then with tonight's quiz. What I just need to do is alter the screen there so we can see that full picture. At the moment, slightly obscured. So who have we got? Gareth Southgate managing to take control of England against Poland while also playing the Spireites Quiz. So great to see Gareth with us tonight. Glee team are there as well. Regular players. Dave Mid, Kevin Wagg, Emma P, who's won a couple of times on the Wheel of Fortune, Roy CFC, Fish and Chips, number one Spirite, and Rabbit Dave, the first 10 to sign in. Spireites Police isn't letting Poland put him off. Neither is Dunk Fletch, amongst others. Edgers, I think, have pretty much played in every quiz since we've put them on. PK, who won last week, he's 31 on the board there. Westbar Spirite, a multiple winner, and the winner of last week's Fun Family Quiz as well. Bucko, good to see Bucko back with us again. Made his return to action last week. Wag Riley's also regular competitors. Brockwell Spireites as well, and Brockwell Spireites 2. So we have 46 playing in tonight's quiz. Good luck, everyone, and let's get underway. So, from the 1899-1900 season through to 1906-07, Herbert Mundy was top scorer for Chesterfield every season bar one. Who topped the charts in 1901-02? Was it Tom Sawyer, Dick McCowie, Harry Brown, or Harry Gamble? Remember, only 30 seconds this time, so you have to be quicker off the mark than normal. And pretty much everyone is. ADI Gord, the only one yet to answer. Everybody else has answered, and ADI Gord has. So everybody's logged in with an answer. The answer is Harry Brown, 10 goals in 10 games, including 1 in a 7-1 loss at Middlesbrough, 1 in an 8-1 win against Stockport 3 weeks later. So Harry Brown was the answer to that one. And the third most popular answer with 11. Let's take a look at the leaderboard after the first one. Fish and Chips, maximum points, as has Scott the Spireite and Westbar's Spireite, the multiple winner. Brockwell Spireites, winner recently. Gareth Southgate doing well. One eye on the match, one eye on the quiz. So, and PK, the reigning champion, took a little time to answer but got it right. They're in 9th place. So question 2. Which former Chesterfield player was Scunthorpe manager in 61-62 when they achieved their highest ever finish, 4th in the Old Division 2? Dick Duckworth, Dick Roots, Harry Alcock or Richard Money? So former Spireite who was Scunthorpe manager in 61-62, Dick Duckworth, Dick Roots, Harry Alcock or Richard Money? And less than half the time now remains. And the answer, Dick Duckworth. All the others have managed Scunthorpe, but no others played for Chesterfield. So A is the answer. And most popular answer as well. 19 getting that right. On to the next question. I'm not going to remind you halfway through because I've just realised my phone is still on charge. And if anybody's trying to contact me with any feedback tonight, I need to answer that. So I'll read the question and make sure that you get your answer in during that 30-second period to answer. So true or false, the real name of singer Tom Jones, born a few miles north of Cardiff, is Tom Woodward. The Spireites had a player called Tom Woodward who made his Spireites debut at Cardiff. Is that true or is that false? So the seconds ticking down. Quickly get your answer in. And the answer is false. Tom Woodward made his debut at home to Halifax in 1923. So how many people put B, false? Slightly the most popular answer, 23, but 20 going for true. On to question 4. Which of these former Spireite Harrys was, in 1968, the first steward at the newly built social club on Saltergate? Harry Clifton, Harry Schofield, Harry Andrews or Harry Cousins? So who was the first steward at the social club on Saltergate in 68? Harry Clifton, Harry Schofield, Harry Andrews or Harry Cousins? Less than half the time remains. There's a few people yet to answer. Ryan B, Kazza B and Ben Foster. Make sure your stream is right to the end. I have some connection issues there. And the answer is Harry Clifton. 16 getting that right, but 19 going for Harry Cousins. We'll take a look at the leaderboard after the next question. Which of these Spireites dicks was the shortest in height? Richard Wood, Ricky German, Richard Brindley or Richard O'Donnell? So the shortest dick for the Spireites, was it Richard Wood, Ricky German, Richard Brindley or Richard O'Donnell? And we're into the last 10 seconds. Few people failing to answer. And the answer is Richard Brindley. Wood was the tallest, then O'Donnell, German, and finally Brindley. So C, the answer. And 16 getting that right. 14 going for Ricky German, 9 for Richard O'Donnell, and 3 for Richard Wood. Let's take a look then at the leaderboard after 5. Singing the Blues at the top. Then Scott the Spireites Bucko. Doing well in 3rd place. Kevin Wagg. Just outside the top 3. Then it's Glee Team, Fish and Chips, the number 1 Spireite. Gareth Southgate, Brockwell Spireites 2. And Brockwell Spireites. That's the top 10. PK, the reigning champion, in 13th. On to question 6. 3 of these Tom, Dick and Harrys have had loan spells at Chesterfield. Which one was never a Spireites only a permanent signing? Look at the photos and tell us A, B, C or D. So only one of those was never a loan player, only a permanent signing. Either A, B, C or D. And less than half the time remains. 6-4 now, yet to answer. Ryan B, Kazza B, Ben Foster, Leicester. And the answer is D, Roger, or Harry as he was well known. Willis. The others, Thomas Hitzelsberger, Tom Anderson and Richard Wood, only ever played on loan. So D is the one we're looking for. And 29 getting that right. On to question 7. Who scored in all of Thomas Hitzelsberger's last 3 games for Chesterfield? A draw at Wigan plus wins over Bournemouth and Reading. Was it Jonathan Howard, David Reeves, Luke Beckett or Sean Parrish? So one of those scored in all of Thomas Hitzelsberger's last 3 games for the Spireites. Either Jonathan Howard, David Reeves, Luke Beckett or Sean Parrish. 5 yet to answer as we go into the last 10 seconds. May well be that you've got some connection issues there. And the answer is Jonathan Howard. How many people put Jonathan Howard? Slightly the most popular answer. 15 getting that right. 14 going for Reevesy. 12 for Luke Beckett and 2 for Sean Parrish. On to question 8. Harold Roberts signed for Chesterfield in 1939, left for Birmingham in 1948 before returning in the 1960s for a long stint as a coach. 3 of these statements are true, but which one is false? I'm going to read this once. His son Peter, who was awarded a CBE, also played first-team football for Chesterfield. Harry was a commando in the war and was wounded in the celebrated raid on St. Nazaire, known as Operation Chariot. He scored 2 goals against York City in the FA Cup in his first non-wartime game for Chesterfield, or his transfer to Birmingham in 1948, what was then a Spireites record, received transfer £10,600 the fee. So which one of those statements about Harold Roberts is false? So plenty of people answering as soon as the clock started. Make sure you've got your answer in. Remember, you can press as many times as you want. You press before the clock starts and it won't register, but it will show on your virtual keypad that you have registered your answer. A few people clearly having problems with a connection. The answer is C. He scored 2 goals against York in the FA Cup in his first non-wartime game for Chesterfield. In fact, he only scored 1. So C is what we're looking for. And 15 getting that right. 11 apiece for B and D, 6 for A. So, on to question 9. Which of these Toms or Harrys only scored 1 Spireites goal in 200 appearances? Look at the photos and tell us A, B, C or D. So which of those only scored 1 goal for the Spireites in 200 appearances? A, B, C or D? Spireites police yet to answer. Now answered, and we have the 4 who appear unable to get in their answer. And the answer is D. Tommy Flockett, 200 appearances, just 1 goal for the fullback. Harry Clifton 67, Tommy Cable 27, Harry Brown 25. So D is the answer. And let's take a look. Slightly the most popular one, 16 getting that right. We'll look at the leaderboard after the next question. So Tom Curtis played in the 2004 playoff final for Mansfield Town, losing on penalties to Huddersfield Town. Which of these former Spireites did not play in that match? Rob Edwards, Colin Larkin, Tony Cars, or Dwayne Mattis? So who didn't play in that 2004 playoff final? Was it Rob Edwards, Colin Larkin, Tony Cars, or Dwayne Mattis? And it appears that everybody who can answer has answered. And the answer, Dwayne Mattis. He was at Huddersfield that season but didn't play that day. So D, take a look. And yep, slightly the most popular answer, 12 ahead of 11 apiece for C and 8, with 10 going for B. So a fairly even spread there. So let's take a look then at the leaderboard at the halfway stage, and then we'll have the Wheel of Fortune. Bucko at the top. I believe the first time at this stage of a quiz. Bucko is leading. Then it's Singing the Blues. Brockwell Spireites 2 in third place. Just outside the top three is Kevin Wagonen. Gareth Southgate doing well to still be in contention there with in fifth place. So take a look then at the Wheel of Fortune. All the top 20 then go into that. So the Wheel of Fortune there, and you'll see your name, Fat Bucko, shown at the top there with Rabbit Dave next to him, and the Cots and Katie as well, I can see. We're going to spin that wheel and it eventually will stop and we'll see who's won a prize. So the wheel still going round. And it's gradually slowing down now. Where is it going to land? And it just falls short of Bucko, and it lands on Singing the Blues. So do make sure that you take a photo or a screenshot of your virtual keypad, and you can choose either a sign program or a Spireites notebook. So please do send that to the usual address, media@chesterfield-fc.co.uk. You will find the website address, the email address on our club website. Let's move on with the quiz then. So Richard Wood made his Spireites debut in a televised match in 2015. Who were the opponents that day? FC United of Manchester, Portsmouth, Rotherham, or Preston? So, who were the opponents when Richard Wood made his debut for the Spireites in 2015? FC United of Manchester, Portsmouth, Rotherham United, or Preston North End? And less than half the time remains. Looks again, everybody who can answer has done so. And the answer is FC United of Manchester. So how many people put that? Yep, most popular answer, 19 getting that right. Question 12. Which of these Spireites did not score an own goal past Tommy Lee? Look at the photos. Is it A, B, C, or D? So one of those did not score an own goal past the legendary Tommy Lee. It was either A, B, C, or D. Less than half the time remains. And the answer is B. Neil Trotman scored an own goal against Richard O'Donnell, but Tom Anderson, Drew Talbot and Dwayne Mattis all put own goals past Tommy Lee. So B is what we're looking for. Yep, and the most popular answer with 22 getting that right. Question 13. Tommy Wright had a 13-game caretaker manager spell between John Sheridan and Paul Cook in 2012, with 2 of the games being in the JPT. What was his record? 1-5 drawn 4 lost 4, 1-6 drawn 5 lost 2, 1-5 drawn 2 lost 6, or 1-6 drawn 2 lost 5. So what was Tommy Wright's record as caretaker manager? Look at those sequences. Tell us A, B, C, or D. And the answer is A, 1-5 drawn 4 lost 4. So let's take a look. Yeah, most popular one, 15 getting that right. On to question 14. Chesterfield-born Richard Dickie Dawson joined the Spireites after spells with Rotherham United and Doncaster Rovers. In which season did he appear for his hometown club? 80-81, 81-82, 82-83, or 83-84? In which season did Richard Dawson appear for the Spireites? 1980-81, 1981-82, 1982-83, 1983-84. Into the last 10 seconds. And the answer is 1982-83. So C is the answer. And 19 getting that right. 9 apiece for A and B. 5 for D. 6 no-shows on this occasion. We'll look at the leaderboard after the next question. So Tom Fennety's first goal for Chesterfield was in the team's first win of the 69-70 championship season. On which of these grounds was it scored on? Look at the photos. Tell us A, B, C, or D. So, Tom Fennety's first goal for Chesterfield, on which ground was it? Look at the photos, A, B, C, or D. So a couple of people who should be able to answer have yet to answer. The Wag Rileys, Ryan C. The answer is A, Feethams, Darlington. These grounds, Saltergate, Bradford Park Avenue, and Vale Park were the locations of his first 4 Spireites goals. So A, the answer. And level with B, getting 12 apiece. 10 going for D, 8 for C. Let's take a look then at the leaderboard. So Bucko was the leader at the halfway stage. Is he still there? No, he's been overtaken. Kevin Wagg at the top. Then it's Singing the Blues and Brockwell Spireites 2. Bucko dropping out of the top 3. Brockwell Spireites, the second version, or the first version, whichever way you look at it, is 5th. Fish and Chips, Gareth Southgate, Roy CFC, Scott the Spireites, Moss CFC, the reigning champion, just outside the top 10. PK there. Take a look further down. Who's propping up the table? Of course, got 1 or 2 who it appears are unable to answer. So we can discount the bottom 4 for whatever reason. Leicester really is at the bottom of the table then, with Dave mid above, and the Wag Rileys, who appear to be having connection issues, I would imagine. Freezing all the time, Volodymyr in 38th. So sounds though it's not very warm over there in the Ukraine. As we go on to question 16. Which of these players who made 17 league appearances for Chesterfield had played in teams alongside Nobby Stiles and Graham Souness before he arrived at Saltergate? Harry Charlton, Rick Green, Tom Curtis, or Ricky Heppelet? So who made 17 appearances for the Spireites who had played in teams alongside the great Nobby Stiles and Graham Souness before joining Chesterfield? Harry Charlton, Rick Green, Tom Curtis, Ricky Heppelet. Into the last 10 seconds. And the answer is Harry Charlton. How many people put Harry Charlton? Only 14 getting that right. 17 going for Ricky Heppelet. On to 17. Manchester United's Wales international Tom Jones scored an own goal in Chesterfield's favour at Old Trafford in September 31 in a game Town lost 3-1. What was the crowd? 10-8-3-4, 28-3-4, 38-3-4 or 48-3-4? So what was the crowd at Old Trafford in a game Chesterfield lost in September 1931? Was it 10,834, 20,834, 30,834 or 40,834? Into the last 10 seconds now. If you can answer, quickly get your answer in. One or two connection issues, it appears. And the answer is 10,834. I think that will have caught a few people out, given the fact that it was Old Trafford. Let's take a look. Yep, that was a very tricky one. That was the least popular answer. So only 7 getting that right. Well done to you if you were right. But 15 going for 30,000 plus, and 9 going for 40,000 plus, and 11 for 20,000 plus. So we'll take a look at the leaderboard after the next question. True or false, Chesterfield have had at least one league game featuring a Tom, a Dick and a Harry together. Is that true or is that false? So, a team where Tom, Dick and Harry have played together. Is that true or is it indeed false? Less than half the time now remains. Into the last 10 seconds. And the answer is true. Tom Job played a couple of games in 1929 alongside Dickie Duckworth and a few Harrys, Schofield, Cousins and Whiteman. So true. You've got a 50% chance of getting it right. And 31 people did just that. 11 went for false, 6 no-show. So as we go into the final straights, let's take a look at the leaderboard for the final time before we look at the finishing leaderboard. Singing the Blues still at the top. Well, or was it Kevin Wagg, I think, took over. But Singing the Blues earlier on was the leader. Brockwell Spireites 2 is in 3rd place. Gareth Southgate and then Bucko. So, yep, still opportunities to break into that top 3. But Singing the Blues looking the favourite to claim tonight's title. Can they hold on? Of course, we had last week where Reggie for POTY was leading until closing stages and then, well, was ahead after 18, but then got the last 2 wrong. So let's take a look then at the penultimate question. So how many National League goals has Tom Denton scored for Chesterfield? Is it 13, 18, 23 or 28? So the number of National League goals scored by Tom Denton for the Spireites, either 13, 18, 23 or 28. And less than half the time remains. Quickly get your answer in. 1 or 2 yet to answer. And the answer is 23. So C. And 21 people getting that right. 17 going for 18. So we go into the final question. So good luck, everyone. Singing the Blues was ahead by 41 points ahead of Kevin Wagg. Brockwell Spireites in 3rd. Is going to be any change then after this next and final question? So 7 different Toms scored past Tommy Lee in his Chesterfield career. 3 of them scored on 2 different occasions. But which of these Toms only beat Lee on 1 occasion? Tom Bradshaw, Tom Craddock, Tom Pope or Tom Lees? So one of those only scored past Tommy Lee on 1 occasion. Tom Bradshaw, Tom Craddock, Tom Pope or Tom Lees. Less than half the time remains. Into the last 10 seconds. And the answer is Tom Bradshaw. That was for Walsall. Craddock scored for Luton and Oxford. Pope for Rotherham and Vale. Lees for Bury and Peterborough. So A is the one we're looking for. And only 9 getting that right. So well done if you got that right. 18 going for Tom Lees, which is probably what I would have gone for. And Tom Pope, who has been prolific. The one with the least votes with 6. So it's now the time we discover the winner of tonight's quiz. So let's take a look at the top 3 to start with. And in 3rd place tonight in the Spireites Quiz, it was Brockwell Spireites 2 after 18. And it is Brockwell Spireites 2. So Kevin Wagg was in 2nd place. Let's take a look. And Kevin Wagg finishes tonight's runner-up. I think we know the identity then of tonight's winner. Let's see confirmation. Tonight's winner is Singing the Blues. Well done, winning by 14 points. So well done to you, Singing the Blues. Make sure you send your screenshot or a photo of your keypad to prove it's you to media@chesterfield-fc.co.uk. If you've not made a note of that, you can find the email address on the club website. Let's take a look further down. Gareth Southgate just outside the top 3. Bucko as well, good position for him, finishing 5th. Glee Team doing well. Roy CFC, I think they're in the same household, so Glee Team winning that particular household duel. Then it's Brockwell Spireites, Oliver Lowe, Fish and Chips, and one Spireite just finishing outside the top 10. So we go further down. The last week's champion PK finishing 13th tonight. Just had some feedback actually from Bucko saying some great questions tonight. Well, the credit there goes to Phil Tooley. Thanks again to Phil for providing the questions, some very tricky ones, and really opened it up tonight. Let's take a look further down, see where you are on the leaderboard. And even with his slow connection, Vladimir finishing 38th. I suspect at the bottom, the bottom 4 at least had connection issues, and there will be that Leicester did, as well as the Wag Rileys. We're usually keen competitors, but clearly having issues tonight. So before we go, let's remind you about a couple of things. We've got the fun family quiz on Sunday at 5 o'clock. Then we have the Easter Sunday lunch. That's takeaway, of course, in the current climate. So take a look on the club website to see the delicious menu on offer there for collection. That's a collection between 12 and 4 on Sunday. But also, we have the menu on the club website. Collection time 12 to 4. 2 courses, $16.95. $4.95 to add on a 3rd course. Surcharge there for the lamb. And you have until 5 p.m. on Friday to get your order in. So some excellent food once again being served up. And we say congratulations once again to Singing the Blues, who will go into a draw to win one of the superb prints of either Saltergate or the Technique Stadium. And I've had an image there of one which is Papilios Creative. You can take a look at the website to see some of the prints available there, various different stadiums. That is, of course, of Saltergate, but other stadiums available as well, including the Technique Stadium. So we'll have a draw to see who wins that print. Kevin Wagg won a print, actually, in the draw at the end of last month. So, well done to all those who've won over the course of the month, all going into that draw. So thanks very much for your company tonight. I know we've had stiff competition with the England-Poland match on, but to get nearly 50 people taking part is very satisfying. We'll continue to deliver the quizzes while there's the demand So thanks very much once again for all the messages, the feedback, and thanking us for putting the quizzes on. And it is really pleasing to hear that people are enjoying the quizzes and will continue to do them while the demand is there, but may well be that when things drop off we'll revert to perhaps a monthly quiz just to keep people. I know that a lot of people enjoy doing them, so we'll keep them in the frame, and also we'll have hopefully a live quiz at the stadium when we can get the people into the hospitality lounge there. We'll put on a live quiz perhaps one Friday night or something like that, and put on some prizes as well. Looking forward to that. So thanks for your company, and until next time, please do look after yourselves and take care.